What's going on, guys? Thank you for tuning in. Happy Sunday. If you hadn't got a chance to look at Steven and I's video from last night, I recommend you do. It's some clips from Bellator 206. It was the first live professional MMA event that Steven and I both got to go to, and it did not disappoint. The fights were amazing. Rampage Wanderlei 4 ended in a TKO with Rampage winning, and then Gegard Mousasi beat Rory McDonald for, I believe it was Rory's belt. I know they were both champions, champion versus champion, but Gegard won that fight. It was a great atmosphere in San Jose at the SAP Center. It was just awesome. So check it out. But what I wanted to talk about real quick was the news about Jon Jones potentially being a snitch and snitching out a former or UFC current fighter right now. They're saying that in order for Jon Jones to get out of his suspension, he has to do something dramatic. I don't know if you guys know, he was suspended for, I think, 4 years, and it got reduced to 15 months. And now they're saying that he had to have ratted somebody out to get that. So if you think about where he trains at, it's at Jackson Wink in New Mexico. And, you know, there's a lot of high-level fighters that train there. So I can't imagine that the UFC and USADA agreed to let him rat out a no-name fighter or a low-level fighter. So I'm assuming it's going to be a big-name fighter. And if you haven't seen on social media, Daniel Cormier went at him, calling him a snitch, and then Jon Jones went back at him and, you know, said, "You're just mad because you can't beat me," and blah, blah, blah. But, you know, this is a big problem for Jon Jones. I mean, for him to come back, if he did snitch, it's going to get out eventually. It's not going to go get swept under the rug because obviously we're going to hear about somebody getting suspended. So, you know, it's going to come out eventually, and when it does, Jon Jones, not only in the UFC world, is going to be known as a snitch, but in the world in general, he's going to be known as a snitch. So I think that's pretty petty of him to do, because if he did do that, then he snitched out one of his own teammates. So not only was he a snitch, he snitched out one of his own teammates and training partners. So, you know, this is the big news right now, and a lot of people are talking about it. You know, we still don't know who. We don't know why. This is all assuming at this point. But the other news is that I think that, you know, the UFC might let him fight in the end of the year in Madison Square Garden. You know, they're probably waiting to announce that after the Conor Khabib fight, because they don't want to take any risk on, you know, taking any minds or opinions off that fight. So, you know, I could see him fighting at the end of the year against Alexander Gustafsson. That's a big fight, and he wants to fight him. So, you know, I just wanted to get on here real quick and talk about Jon Jones, and supposedly he's a snitch. You know, it's still coming out right now. But if you know of anything that I didn't say, put a comment below. I would love to hear what everyone's hearing. I mean, it's taken the internet by storm. So let me know. Thank you.